Hey guys, so I'm back with an update on living arrangements. I'm hoping that I can work some things out with family in hopes of being able to try to save up to get into a place of my own again. Um, in hopes of being able to maintain stability in spite of all that is going on. Like, you guys hear that? Yeah, it's just some idiot trying to be a stalker again. Anyways, I did want to go over a few notes on how to cope with some of these things that is going on with us. Um, we need to be looking for ways to cope what is happening. This is now a part of our lives, and we don't know how much longer, that it will be before things begin to change in our favor. So, as a collective, we need to start being able to help each other out with coping mechanisms. I have a few written down, and I just want to share them with you guys. The gang stalkers do uh, harass us in our profile, within our profile. So, whatever resonates, take what resonates, and, find other ways and find, reach out to other TIs out here that are actually helping one another to be able to still be semi normal in life, because this is very serious. It's very serious. So anyways, when you feel rushed, like when you feel like that rush of impatience come about, especially when you're out in public, and this is a tactic that they use to make you act on impulse, and this is still another sense of fear that they place into you. Try your best to cling to patience. Basically, whatever they're trying to rise out of you, think of it in the opposite way to cling to. So be mindful of that. Okay? Take a few deep breaths and pick up where you left off. So if you were in the grocery store and a perp comes, or you walk by a perp and you have that sense of intimidation, create a barrier that they can't get through, where you just, you understand, like, first and foremost, I'm simply going to the grocery store. I haven't did anything wrong. Okay? Always be mindful of that. You have done nothing wrong. You just have a group of people who deem you undesirable, and therefore they see it fit that they can harass you covertly and think that they can get away with it. So in otherwise, keep your peace to yourself, because that's exactly what they're trying to steal, your peace. When you feel sudden anger, cling to joy. Cling to moments of joy. Just think on things. Just if whatever makes you happy, think on those thoughts whenever anger arises in you, because these people are relentless with trying to provoke you to anger that leads to violence, and it's all based off of the heat of the moment. When you feel overwhelmed, cling to remaining calm and relaxed by taking a few deep breaths and picking back up where you left off. So when you're feeling overwhelmed by just being in the midst of a group of people, you're out doing your business, you getting business did, and yet you still have people out here who are trying to be a hindrance of that and to distract you. Oftentimes I go into a store or a grocery store and I have my mind set on something. I get in there and I get everything but that. And I don't realize it till I get home. And I'm like, oh my God, I went all the way to the store for this and didn't even get it. So now I do carry around some notes, to keep, to remain mindful, because it's not that you're losing your mind. It's just people that are using ways and tactics to distract you and to keep you off focus on what the task is at hand. When you feel triggered, like, oh my God, like practice makes perfect, you guys. Continue to practice. Continue to practice this. Oh my God, you're not going to get it the first time. Matter of fact, challenge yourself. Challenge yourself that each time that someone tries to trigger you, that you cling, like laugh. Just first off, laugh. Because it breaks up that negative energy that they're trying to send your way, period. Find anything that's comical. Just burst out laughing, you know. And acknowledge the trigger as what you know it is, because of course it's some way to just piss you off. And if you're aware of that, simply just take it for what it is and go about your business. In fact, have pity on these people, and not necessarily, wanting to accept what they're doing to you. You can't control what they're doing to you. You cannot control what they choose to do, but you can control how you react to it. And so, as going through this day by day, I'm learning this as well. And it's a fight. It really is. It really is. But it definitely makes you want to seek your inner self. Like, okay, all the things that they're trying to pull from me, I have it. So all I have to do is guard it now. I have to acknowledge it and keep it with me. And that's your peace. Because that's exactly what they want. They want you to lose your sanity, lose your cool, all these type of things, just to deem you as, discreditable in society. When you feel tired, because like from these energy weapons that they send into the home, oh my God, it is unbearable at times. It really is, especially when they're aiming these microwave attacks at your fucking head. Like that right there. Whew. Child. No, seriously though. Cling to strength. Cling to strength. I mean, by releasing the knowing of others' bad decisions. Like just realizing like this is just, it's sad that people have really taken up an occupation to disregard their life and bettering themselves by just totally signing up to be a stumbling block for someone else's. So you obviously doing something that goes against societal norms, but yet you're the only person that has to deal with the consequences or the benefits of the decisions that you make in life. So once you realize that, it's like, wait a minute. If I react, especially if I have the knowledge of knowing thus far from past experience of how I reacted to things, I could definitely keep my peace with myself. So therefore, I mean, I'm going to the store for one thing anyways. And that's to go do my business, handle my business, and I'm getting on. Especially if I already am aware that I'm outcasted in society, I ain't even trying to look for nobody at all. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you got people that speak and everything like that. And even times that those are triggers too, because you don't condition your mind to think that everyone is in on this. But to stay positive is to remain your true self. Before all this happened, remind of who you were before. Well, I was a very friendly person. I mean, I don't have to have no conversation with you, but I can speak to you and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? That right there is sitting in my spirit that I did right for the day, and I can go on and do what I need to do and get on out the way. Point blank, period. When you feel physically tired, immediately take a time out and to rest your bones and recuperate. Immediately. And I know that they try to keep you like restless. You're tired, but you're restless. You're up and moving about. You're doing all this kind of stuff. And but when you remain mindful, see, the thing about it is they want to take you out of the present moment. Because you're anxious for what's going to happen next. You're anxious for what's going to happen next. Then they're sending you these repetitious, involuntary memories of traumatic situations that you done had. So they're trying to keep you in the past, but trying to make you in fear of the future. So you're nowhere in the present at that moment. You get what I'm saying? You're nowhere in that present moment. So then the impulsivity is likely. You'll be more likely to be impulsive. You'll be more likely to react to the desired manner that they want you to react. And then they quick to point the finger. Well, I saw this person. I'm sorry, that was a timer. I saw this person acting out. And everyone else was just chilling. Everybody was all, okay and calm. And all of a sudden, this person just, and this is who they're telling it to, whether it's the public or to the police. And there you are. You look like the aggressor. So as just like these people out here is they playing a game. They're acting. You can still remain your true self, but know what's up at the end of the day. Like, okay, I'm aware of my surroundings. Being aware of your surroundings is key, but not absorbing what is being sent to you within your surroundings. So just remaining focused, and you're going to have to fight for that because someone else is trying to control you. Someone else is trying to control your behavior. See, that's, I've actually heard a saying that he who angers you controls you. So this is exactly what these people are trying to do. They're trying to form a false they're trying to form an illusion of power by trying to control you through your emotions. So simply just being an annoyance can really get your emotions up and high and things as such. So you guys, I'm definitely ground yourself. Ground yourself whichever way that you do it. If going out into nature is good, that is perfect. Going out into nature, it definitely brings you back to a oneness with yourself because you're away from the rustle and bustle of life, people, things, problems, and you're basically just surrounding yourself with what is inevitable. Nature. Surrounding yourself with pure life. That's nature. Everywhere in nature represents a form of life. And that's reminding you of who you are, that you're connected to everything else in the universe. And it's just, you're dealing with low vibrational people now. So you're just going to have to understand, like, okay, there's a reason why I've been targeted. I've had to been on a high vibrational level. And this intimidates the enemy, our common enemies. Keep your head. Keep your head. All right, guys. Peace and protection.